So I'm super excited to be here and really present like what Coinshift is and then what we are really trying to solve for, DAO's treasury management, and what does the sort of future entails for Coinshift. So we are simplifying treasury management for DAOs and companies. And before really jumping into that, would love to give like a brief intro. What is the state of crypto organizations? How we see that, and this is like we have seen all have seen like a exponential growth in the number of crypto startups from the past few years. And a typical crypto startup looks like, you have like a distributed team, and when you raise like your seed round or any kind of fundraise, and then if you want to really hold your treasury assets on Ethereum, you have to have like a Gnosis safe multisig solution. And then the immediate requirement for any kind of organization is like, how are you going to manage your payouts and then sort of payroll or the overall treasury spending. And what we have seen, like other than like the crypto organizations from the past 1.5 year is we have seen like a tremendous growth in terms of the verticalization of DAOs itself, right? And then obviously like Compound started with the comp token, where we have shown like the governance can really happen on a protocol level. And then we have seen what is the like any kind of social coordination can also spawn like a DAO. And what usually happens is when you become like a DAO, most of the cases you have this community treasury, and you really want to coordinate how you really allocate your treasury funds. There are like tons of things which can be governed, but one of the major aspects we see today is like how you really govern your treasury. And then we have also seen like even from the traditional sort of organizations or web3 like crypto companies, even like how will you really manage multiple groups in a single organization, right? And this is like the similar model we are really seeing in the DAOs sort of operations today. So if we talk about like, let's say Index Scoop DAO, they have like a working group model. Similarly, Bankless DAO has like this uh, various sort of guilds. So there are like tons of things which are going on in the DAOs operations, and they're really great governance tools, and then really organization management. But Coinshift focus is entirely on the treasury piece, where how you really manage your budgets, or even diversification of asset management. How will you really have like entire treasury reporting in a single dashboard in a very seamless manner, right? So our focus is only on the treasury management side. And so we what we believe as like there are core sort of four major functions of treasury management. And what we believe is like majorly from the tooling perspective, like how we can help these organizations by building a really good and sophisticated tooling so that they can manage all these core functions seamlessly. So there is spending, there is asset management, risk assessment, reporting. And then like each of these verticals are very sort of very broad in itself. And what we have done like in the past 5 to 6 months, we just launched our sort of V1, and our V1 was entirely focused on the spending part of treasury management. And then going forward with our V2, we are trying to cover like the whole product suite, which will cover like all these aspects. So I would say like meet Coinshift V1. And in Coinshift V1, basically we're built on top of Gnosis safe smart contracts. And easily you can create like a new Gnosis account, and you can create import your existing Gnosis account, which I'm going to show you very soon. And then you can collaborate seamlessly to confirm and execute transactions. You can even create like multiple groups in an organization, where you can easily do like a mass payout for the whole organization in multiple tokens, with a built-in sort of tagging nodes and then CSV exports for really tracking everything up. You can even create like spending limits, so that for smaller amount of transactions you don't really requiring like a multi-sig bigger transaction, right? And then we have integrated Paraswap under the hood for seamlessly swapping treasury assets directly from the multisig. And then we are again using batching here. So the way Gnosis Safe, we all know, like, works. They have this multi-send library where you can just batch operations on top of chain, and then it can be like directly happen through the smart contract directly. So there is no other library we really need to batch operations. So it's a very great way of really building highly sophisticated user experience using Gnosis Safe smart contracts. So the traction has been like really awesome. We will just launch in like June last year, and we have like processed more than $39 million in total payouts just on the spending part. Majorly it involves various grants programs. Some of the big grants programs are using us from day one, and then some of the big organizations in crypto are also using us for their majorly treasury spending. So these are like some of the testimonials from our early users, and we are very glad to have these people like supporting us from the very beginning of our journey. So I think it's good time to really showcase the V1 demo. So this is the homepage of the app, and I'm super glad to share that, like, a lot of people asking us like on our Discord or various other channels, like when will be launching on Polygon. So we've just launched on Polygon. We are just not officially announced on our social media channels and in the community Discord, but we are on Polygon. So what I'll do today is like walk you through like the entire dashboard, and you can see like three options here. You can sign up, like create like a new Gnosis account, import existing safe, and then log into the existing Gnosis account. So I'll just go to login here, and I'll authorize myself. So here I can see all of my safes which I have already imported into Coinshift. So as I have selected Polygon, so I'm seeing like the Polygon at the top. So I'll just choose this, and now I can see my whole sort of treasury balance here. I can see like the portfolio history for the last 30 days, incoming and outgoing expenses, recent transaction, and all the assets we have. Then what we can do is like we can go to people section, and here we can see like how you can create like multiple groups in an organization, and then even you can mention like the salaries if you want to pay to this specific team by monthly basis. It's your wish, it's optional as well. And you can just add like one by one, but if you have like already a list from Gnosis, like a contact list from Gnosis, you can just export it from there, and easily you can just import it, and your whole system, whole people management will work out of the box. And then if you have like your own CSV, you can just download this format and easily create like the groups through CSV as well. So I've already added like all the team members, and I can even just click on it, edit it, pay now directly. I can pay to this person from here. But before really doing that, what we can do is just go to new transfer, and here we are just helping people, these treasury managers and organizations to run like a mass payout for the entire organization in a lot of batches, and in the end it will be like a single transaction. So you can just USDC here. I can even select from the teams. I'll just select these two people, and I can even add like manually as well and through CSV. So it's a lot of flexibility. Even I can add another batch. I can choose different currency here. So I'll select maybe the same person who want to pay in Matic as well, right? So you can just choose this. I don't have enough balance. Can add one more batch. I can just confirm it. And here you can see like the summary of your batches, right? And in the right side, you can really tag this transaction. You can on the runtime, you can just create like a new label. So I'll just tag it here. I can attach like an external node, and easily from here I can create like the transaction from the first owner. So one of the major thing here to understand is like we're a fully like standalone app. Our app does not require to use in conjunction with the sort of Gnosis safe. So you can just use Coinshift for the entire approval and the whole multisig experience. So I'm not going to create like a new sort of mainnet transaction, but I'll just show you like how exactly it's the approval process looks like. So I'll just exit from here, and I've just, few hours ago created this transaction from the first owner, and you can see, like, and then every sort of metadata is coming from our servers. So the every single signer is just seeing like the same data in short. So you can see, like, these are the batches, you have the summary. So I've created this transaction from this owner. So I'll go to second owner, and I can even, jump through the directly to the notifications. And now I can see like the approval and rejection process after like carefully, reviewing like the mass payout. And I can reject it even as well. So you can choose to execute, or it's your wish. So again, I'm not going to execute it, but the final, if we go to any other transactions, like this is the mass payout. So you can see this transaction on this scan, right? So you're saving a lot of your time in short. But if you are on layer one, you can save a lot of gas fees. Some users just reported that they have saved like more than 90% of the gas fees, right? So you can do that easily. And then there are other sections in the app. So if you go to exchange, we have, as I mentioned, like, we have integrated paraswap under the hood. So you can just seamlessly like swap your treasury assets directly. And again, we are using batching under the hood, so that the approval and the execution can take place in the single step. And then we have this asset section, and then final is like the transactions. So here, what we are doing is basically chronologically, we are just fetching the entire history of your Gnosis Safe. So whether you are using any other external interface, including Gnosis Safe UI, will just fetch like the overall transaction history, whether it's a spending limit transaction or any kind of even contract interaction. So what is the benefit of this is, like, in a single dashboard, you can just attach the label for the external transactions as well. And then it will help you really account for the overall things, right? And whatever transactions you just process through Coinshift, you have like a detailed list. So this is there, and then you can just export this entire history, and you'll have like the complete CSV file as well. And we were trying to work with other accounting partners as well, so that it can be automatically resynced with all those partners, right? And then, sorry, yeah, and then you obviously you can edit the labels and all that. And now if I go to here, so this is like the core treasury functions here. You can just change the threshold in case of sometimes you are running like a grant program. You want to replace, let's say, this honor after like, new quarter. This generally happens with some of the grant programs we're working with. So they just can easily replace the honor from the treasury contracts directly from here. So all the core functions can be managed from here. And then moving between chains is also very seamless. So if I go into Ethereum mainnet, I can just choose this, and now I'm on mainnet, right? So similar functions you can see here, like all the similar things. So this is like the V1 live version, and I think we can now go back here. So what you can expect from, like, Q1 or early Q2 from our V1, basically, as we just launched on Polygon, will be coming to other layer twos as well, and another side chains and EVM compatible chains. And the major release we are working under the hood is, like, right now, super fluid integration. So you'll be able to run like mass streams for a number of people. So currently, let's say you want to run a stream for any person from the Gnosis. There is a lot of friction. You need to approve. You need to really have like n number of operation for a single stream. So we'll just give you like a one-click experience there as well, and then you'll be able to seamlessly manage the entire streaming and the invoicing, and then we are coming with the DApp interaction as well, with the built-in sort of tagging. So this is like the V1, but as I mentioned in the beginning, V1 is just built for only like the spending part, and then we are like growing more onto that, and it is here to stay. But like from the past few months, our team is working on V2, And then with V2 we really want to cover like the entire product suite. So I'll just try to give you like a sneak peek of what we are trying to build on the V2 part, and would love to have for all of you to really become our beta tester and help us really build it right. So with the Coinshift V2, like what we want to do is like from the tooling perspective, how will you really help these treasury managers to have like a detailed overview of what exactly is happening in the entire treasury. So currently, if you have seen our V1 or even any other tool of managing Gnosis safes, there is one sort of safe is tied to the single organization, and that's not how a single organization works, right? So you have a lot of safe accounts, and you want to maybe managing some specific safes on certain chains, and it is very very fragmented right now, the overall experience. The Like some of the treasury managers of large DAOs really want to take snapshots or portfolio history. They are doing a lot of manual work, and it is very difficult to manage like the entire treasury and see everything up in single place. There is no single tool exist right now which can help you like all these aspects that seamlessly, and that's why we want to build the entire infrastructure with our V2. So you can see like couple of options here. The options are not final, but still you'll get the just like maybe for some of the DAOs which are like very large, and they are maybe doing like managing their treasury themselves. But for new DAOs, like Enzyme has done like this kind of option where you can just delegate the trading, and then the vault can manage a lot of things for you, right? And these kind of things, I think we want to build like the entire system for that, so that the new organizations which will become DAOs, they should have like a clear overview. Then we have this risk assessment part. I'll not take like much time on the risk side, but we are going to partner with some of these companies, and programmatically basically you can see on the dashboard like what kind of risk you're really taking, what is the portfolio risk you have. So we are not going to tell you like anything from our perspective. We just want to compile all the relevant data so that we can just help the treasury manager or the treasury service provider which is sitting and helping you manage your entire treasury. And then so as I mentioned, this is like the I would say it's not a final design, but with the V2 you'll have like a single organization. You'll have a lot of safe accounts across a lot of networks which you really want to go about, and then the entire view will be in a single, you have like a clear view of your treasury. And then you'll have like a user management in place where you have like roles and permissions between like multiple safes, and then so that you can just invite even your accountant as well in your entire organization. So as I mentioned, you can have like favorite safes as well. Maybe you have like some certain operational account on Polygon and one account maybe on ZK, like Aztec protocol, right? Just for running like a private payroll. It could be the case. So we just want to give you like a simple experience, and then you can add as many accounts in the single organization. And even from the signer perspective or from a user perspective, you can have like multiple organizations as well. So yeah, this is like more of a sneak peek, but under the hood, we are working a lot on this, like how we can create a very, very seamless experience. And if you want to really help and in deciding the features and priorities, just follow us on Twitter, and then do reach out us on Discord, and this is our website. Love to help any way possible.